We're here to book our next therapy appointment.
It hurts.
Oh no, what's wrong with them?
They've been like this ever since they woke up.
Ooh, it's an extreme case of indigestion.
Huh? How come? Oh, did they eat too many nightmares last night?
I doubt it. We only had 4 customers yesterday, including you two.
Paimon blames the other 2.
You're right. Something's definitely wrong with their nightmares. Our ability to digest dreams isn't just a matter of quantity. It depends on the emotional intensity, too. Point being, no normal person should ever have a nightmare of this magnitude. Oh, this situation is dire. If I can't find a way to help them digest their dreams soon...
What can we do? Let us help!
We need to find those 2 customers from yesterday and figure out the cause of their bad dreams. Without knowing that, I have no way of treating them. Traveler, Paimon, I know you spoke to them both. Think you can track them down?
Let's see. They did say they were gonna get counseling from Amora Ichigensai again. Chances are that's where we'll find them.
Lead the way. I'm coming with you.
Don't worry, I'll look after the bathhouse.
Oh, this is just my luck.
Don't worry, I'll...
You know, I went out to sea earlier today, but was so distracted that I lost my net. Oh well, it's not a big deal though.
Yeah, I messed up today too. But hey, what's the big deal? A few bandits got away, it's not the end of the world.
Hey, you 2! Murasaki and Shion are sick, and it's all because of your bad dreams!
Whoa, someone's in a bad mood, huh? So funny.
I know, right?
What's wrong?
They're acting so weird. Paimon was pretty aggressive just now, but they don't seem offended at all.
Allow me. Gentlemen, do you still remember visiting Isa Bathhouse last night for dream regulation therapy?
Did we?
I don't think so.
Huh. Do you recall having any bad dreams recently?
No, why would I? What in this world could be so bad that it'd give me nightmares?
Nope, nothing comes to mind. Bad dreams must be highly irregular, surely. You don't have to look far to see that life is beautiful.
What is going on? It's like they've completely forgotten what they did last night. Although, Paimon can believe what they're saying. They don't exactly seem troubled by nightmares. Does that mean Amora Ichigensai's counseling actually works?
No, they're clearly not in their right minds. Traveler, Paimon, focus hard for a second. I'm gonna try something a little unorthodox.
Whoa! What did you do?
Entered their subconscious minds. I noticed they've both become disassociated from their subconscious, meaning I can access it. similarly to how I enter people's dreams.
No. No! Those thugs! I won't let them get away with this! I won't!
The sea is too rough today. I should stay on dry land till things calm down.
Huh?
As you can see, their troubles haven't gone anywhere. Susukida seems to have a short fuse, which causes him to act out of line. I'm sure this has caused him a lot of grief in his line of work. As for Umiko, I believe he developed a fear of stormy waves after a near-death experience. Now he's reluctant to sail out to sea at all, which is having a devastating impact on his livelihood. Their negative emotions have been isolated from their conscious minds and left to float around in their subconscious. That's why on the outside, the only emotion they appear to feel is happiness. But those suppressed emotions will only continue to fester in their subconscious, eventually turning into the nightmares that have been giving Murasaki and Shion indigestion. If it's Emura Ichigensai's doing, I guess he's not the straightforward calm man we thought he was. Maybe he really does have ways of influencing human emotions. That would explain why no one has blown the whistle on him yet. Did you notice anything strange when you came here yesterday?
Not really. They were a lot more serious than today. You sure kept that one quiet.
Oh, no. Look, we have to find this Emura Ichigensai right away.
Mizuki, what is it?
Something inhuman is at work in Emura Ichigensai. The Traveler's dream confirms that. He has victimized everyone who has received his so-called counseling. If we don't find and stop him as soon as possible, his victims may well suffer irreversible damage to their psyches.
Yikes! Well, guess we better press these guys a little harder. Do you know when Emura Ichigensai will be here next?
What's with the urgency? Why does it matter when he shows up?
Yeah, he'll turn up when he's ready. No point in trying to rush him.
Ugh, this is infuriating.
You do remember what happened last night, both of you. Only you don't want to talk about it, because you can't reconcile the presence of a nightmare with the happiness you presently feel. Just thinking about it brings up an overwhelming sense of being torn apart. You can't quite put it into words, but you fear you're a hair's breadth away from a total breakdown. Is that about right?
Please, stop. Everything will be fine as long as we don't think about it.
Emura Ichigensai's treatment has clearly left you wounded and vulnerable. But don't worry, I'm not here to snap you out of your denial. At least, as long as you answer our question.
All right. But seriously, we really have no idea. We've asked already, and all we know is that he's not coming today.
Yeah, apparently, yesterday's session kind of tired him out.
Is he trying to hide from me again?
They really don't know anything? Darn! Looks like we've hit a dead end.
I don't suppose you know where he lives, do you?
No. We did ask yesterday, but even his guard didn't know.
In that case...
Hey Arkham, how you doing, dude?
Yes, I suppose.
Good to see you.
Now that I know what's causing their bad dreams, I can administer the correct treatment. Honestly, you've already done your part by bringing me here. I can't keep troubling you.
Don't forget, we want to book our next therapy session. The sooner you stop having to
I'm
worry
not doing
about
too bad.
Emura Ichigensai, the
I'm
sooner
okay
we get
day
you
at
all
work.
to ourselves. So we're not going to quit until all this is
too
resolved,
shabby.
and the bathhouse is
It's a
back
weird
to
mic.
business as usual.
It's a headset mic. Or is it coming through? I wonder if it's coming through my controller.
Looks like I have no choice but to
gonna
accept
try
your
something,
help
hang on.
again. I have to make sure Murasaki and Shion get the treatment they need. Still, I'm gonna need your full cooperation. If you do find Emura Ichigensai, please do not approach him. Just send me a message and keep an eye on him until I arrive. The last thing I want is for you to put yourself in harm's way.
Don't worry about that. You should see some of the other bad guys we've taken down in our time. This guy's small potatoes compared to them.
Paimon.
Alright, sure. We'll keep our distance and send a message.
Very good. Let's get going then.
So it seems like it's going through the controller, which is weird. It shouldn't be doing that. It should be going through my headset. At least that's what I thought I had it set on. I don't think the headset's not muted. Right? No? Don't understand. Yeah, it shouldn't be going through the controller. It should be going through my headset, not the, I'll have to tinker around with some settings later on, I guess.
Pretty bold claim saying you'll track this guy down. It's nice of you to give Mizuki one less thing to worry about and all, but what the heck do we do now? What if we can't find him? Cause in case you hadn't noticed,
I'm not sure. I
these guys
thought
are
I had this
hopeless.
set up so it
They
would
don't
go
know
to my
anything.
headset. So I wonder. Let me think a second. If it's going through. Is it going through? Can I hook it up to the mic? No. Is that an option?
Oh, wait, you're right! She was the one who tipped us off about this place yesterday! She probably knows way more than she let on.
Work was... It was okay.
Kami Shrine!
I'm gonna try one other thing. Hang on. Hang on. I might be silenced for a second. Hello, hello. Can you hear me? What about now? Woo. Now? What about now? Test, test. Can you hear me? I don't know. I guess we'll leave it at that. Loud and clear? Okay. I guess we... how do I... Okay. I don't like this headset though. It's the voice you remember now. But work was fine. It was good. It was a busy day.
She's usually somewhere around here.
But I'm glad it was over.
Here for a fortune slip, little ones? Or visiting a friend?
Whoa! Where did you come from?
That was a little lukewarm. You're
Aw,
starting to
thanks,
sound a
dude.
lot like her. But pleasantries aside, what's the matter? You look rather out of sorts. You may remember I dropped a not
Yeah, I
so
definitely
subtle
don't
hint
scream
as to his
as
whereabouts
much.
yesterday. You
Just
mean
when
to
I
tell
have-
me you still haven't found him?
Just when I have the gumption
So you
to.
did bring him up on purpose.
Let's not lose focus here. You're here to ask for my help. So would you mind explaining the situation to me?
What about you? How was your day? What'd you do?
Yeah, fair enough. We went to the place you mentioned, but he slipped through our fingers. Next thing we heard was he's not seeing patients there anymore. Apparently, he loves his peace and solitude. So obviously, we've got no idea where to find him now.
Oh, and after the lengths I went to get you that location.
Don't know if this helps, but we did learn some other stuff about him yesterday. For example, a guy
Not
matching
today,
Amura
or tomorrow
Ichigen's
on my day
description
off because
came to
someone got
Mizuki for
fired.
therapy once. Only his name was Amura Chuya.
Wait, what? Emira Chuya?
You know
Yeah, I
him?
work tomorrow, and then I have a 3-day weekend.
I once asked the Yai Publishing House to host an event for contributors to the Reader's Letters column. I had hoped it might
We
be a
get
fun chance to meet some
Saturday,
like-minded
Sunday,
people
and then
chat. Until
Monday
he
being
showed up. Are you telling me that Emira
President's
the
Day,
Hellraiser
we
and
get it
Emira
off.
the Healer are the same person?
Based on everything we've learned so far, it certainly looks that way.
All right. Well, in that case, give this address a try.
Really?
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that.
Chooses to live in a place like that.
This was the delivery address he gave to the Yai Publishing House once, when he placed an
Okay,
order for
sorry.
several
I was
dozen
just testing to
books
see
in
if the
one
game was
go.
coming through too.
He also requested to pay on receipt. The warehouse took one look and assumed it must be some kind of prank, so they rejected the order, earning them an honorable mention in his complaint letter. Of course, with the benefit of hindsight, it's rather obvious why he lives there. Someone as antisocial as him wouldn't be welcome anywhere else.
That's good. Okay, good.
You've got a point. Well, we clearly made the right decision coming to talk to you.
I'm just
So is it going
glad
to be
I could
overtime
help
for
my
you
old
tomorrow
friend.
You mean Mizuki? So you really do want to help her?
I can tell that she's invested an awful lot into the Isa bathhouse. It's only natural for me to show some concern
that's
when I
good.
see a friend's business in trouble.
I guess.
Really? Because yesterday it looked more like you were looking for a fight.
I assume
Oh, it's
Mizuki
the
has
third
told you
week,
that we're
though?
competitors.
Oof.
She has always believed that, ever since we were
Are
classmates.
they looking to
And
hire
now that
somebody
I'm
else then?
Noguchi of the Grand Narukami Shrine, I'm sure she must feel the need to prove herself through her endeavors at the Isa bathhouse. The last thing she'd want is for me, of all people, to swoop in and save the day the moment the going gets tough. So if I want to help, I have to be mindful of her feelings and tread delicately. I'll take that as a compliment. Mizuki's always so considerate towards others. It would be nice for someone to reciprocate once in a while. Well done, you took the hint. Now, while I'm sure you'd love to chat longer, you seemed to be in a great hurry when you arrived. Shouldn't you be on your way?
Oh, right. Come on, let's send a message to Mizuki right away.
Supposed to be some temp workers coming, so hopefully my schedule will be back to normal soon. Hope so too. Hopefully they'll get on that sooner than later. What's your normal days? Do you like work Monday through Friday? Or a different kind of schedule? This is new.
mentioned, right?
Traveler, Paimon.
Saturday through Wednesday.
Mizuki! That was quick.
All thanks to you two. With what I learned from those two guys, I
That's not
managed
a
to give Murasaki
bad
and
schedule.
Shion
Get
effective
Thursday,
treatment
Friday
as soon
off.
as I got back. That meant I was
Actually,
free
that
to head
wouldn't be
out
too
again
bad
as
at all.
soon as I received your message. So, this is where Emira Ichigensai lives.
Sure hope so, cause this is our only lead. Wait, do you guys smell that too? Some kind of fragrance. Seems like it's coming from inside.
Thursday and Friday's the harder days.
Then that confirms it. We've come to the right place. Now we may face great danger once we're inside. So from here on out, stay close to me and stay focused. I don't want...
We'll be
Oh,
fine.
okay,
You
I
just
see.
focus on what you need to do.
The harder days at work. Okay, I get it. I got you.
All right, fine. I suppose you're used to leading the charge.
That makes sense.
I knew you'd miss me.
How's back? Ooh, what's going on here? Friday, be like 3 or 4 a.m. getting out of there because of machine problems. Well, that doesn't sound too fun. No thanks. No, thank you.
Whoa. This is not what Paimon was expecting. This is creepy. Feels like there are loads of eyes staring at us.
Calm, yet repressed. The signs are all there.
What is it, Mizuki? Figured something out?
Nothing new. Just further confirmation of my suspicions.
20 years old.
Emira
Dang.
Ichigensai should be hiding deep inside this place. Stay close to me.
Why haven't they updated their machines? Oh. Weird. Too expensive. Well, wouldn't it be wouldn't it be more expensive to keep fixing them and stuff?
Sweet dreams!
He set up an ambush?
Seems like we're not welcome here.
Shower me with praise! Time to shine! No touching!
Transfixed!
Aw. Let's make these fights too short. That's what people have been talking about on the job. Yeah, I mean,
Miss Yume Mizuki.
at least buy some
You found me
updated
at
equipment
last.
so you don't have to fix them as
And I
much.
see you brought some friends with you. Please, forgive my lack of hospitality.
Emira Chuya. So it is you.
Mizuki was right after all. Paimon wasn't expecting him to be so polite, though.
Please, do not call me by that name anymore. The old me was plagued by negative emotions. But I have parted ways with them now. That period of my life is consigned to the past. And the name along with it.
You have to listen to me. There is no way to get rid of all your negative emotions. This life you're living now is a lie.
Your perspective is most amusing.
What's so funny?
Yeah,
You're
it
harming
sounds like they're
people.
just trying to save all the pennies they can for themselves.
That's what you
I hate it
believe.
when they do that.
Very well. I understand and accept your perspective.
But it makes
even
harder
if you
work for the
cannot afford me the
employees
same
if you're
courtesy in return.
continually working with older
What is up with him? He's being so calm and polite.
equipment.
So why does everything he says make Paimon want to punch him?
As you can see, Miss Yume Mizuki, all my psychological problems have been completely resolved.
Oh, I doubt it.
I must thank you for your attempts to diagnose my condition. But I see now that the truth is far simpler than you were proposing. All my misery was merely a consequence of human frailty. I could not hope to remove my emotional impurities on my own strength. I lived in fear and anger. Fear that I was not worthy of other people's attention. Anger at how they invalidated me. I became a slave to my emotions. They turned me into a wretched and loathsome creature. Hostile to everyone. But things are different now.
On top of that, it's a German
The
machine.
ability to eradicate those emotions for good.
You would think it would last longer
No
then,
longer will I be afraid.
but I guess not.
Never again will I be stirred to anger. No. I am filled now with only one emotion, and that is happiness. I have become humanity perfected.
I doubt it.
What I'm hearing is that you've developed your own unique understanding of psychological issues. So how about you play therapist this time? I have a couple of cases I'd love to hear your thoughts on.
I would be delighted.
Oh, 24/7. Yeah, it would take a toll then. That would
The
take a toll.
first is a soldier with poor control of his temper. He flies off the handle too easily, and it gets him into all sorts of trouble. This is having a significant impact on his daily life, and he's developed symptoms of depression as a result.
He simply needs to let go of his anger. Then he will surely find peace and happiness.
The second is a fisherman who's developed thalassophobia. Now he is unable to provide for his family, which is causing him immense anxiety.
Oh, of course. He must cast his fear far away and forget it ever existed. Then he can return to the sea at once.
Oh, he makes it sound so simple.
I'm sorry, but you're wrong on both counts.
Oh?
The soldier's anger is rooted in his strongly held principles. Yes, his rage can make him reckless, but it also fuels his deep desire to stand against injustice. Losing his anger made him passive and apathetic. He now stands by and does nothing as bandits attack innocent people. The fisherman's fear made him one of the most reliable sailors around.
Well, hopefully
Thanks
they'll
to
fix
his
him up or
cautiousness and diligence,
get you newer
accidents
equipment
were a
or
rare
something.
occurrence
'cause
among his crew, despite the dangers of their
my old job, they
profession.
kind of did the same
But
thing
after
for a while,
forgetting
but
his
then they
fear,
figured out, it's like,
he
hey, you
destroyed
know,
the
instead of
fruits of the
spending all this
entire
money all the
crew's labor
time
on his first
on
return
older
to the
equipment,
sea.
it's like it's easier to
Fascinating,
replace with
isn't
either
it? Anger gives people the courage to stand up for
more
what they believe in,
updated or something.
and
So
fear nurtures care and attention.
we'll see.
Emotions are integral to human dreams, and after many years of dealing with their dreams, the Yumeko Baku have learned an important secret about human emotions. Negative emotions do not just go away. They will always be there. This is true for everyone. Not only that, but their presence is
It's a
essential.
newspaper plant.
You can't have a healthy
okay.
human psyche without negative emotion. So do you have any idea what you've done to those poor men?
What an amusing theory. In fact, I do remember those two. But I'm afraid that the only emotion I sense in them now is happiness. How can you believe that negative emotions are required for a healthy psyche? It's a laughable theory. Don't you remember how I was when we first met? You call that healthy?
Acknowledging that negative emotions exist doesn't mean giving them free rein over our minds and lives. Humans have a whole gamut of emotions. They're supposed to keep each other in balance, but if that balance gets disrupted, emotions start working against each other. Untethered rage cripples the capacity to be careful and considerate. Uncontained fear drives people to abandon beliefs they once held dear. The person you were when you first came to my practice only proves this further. You were dominated by your emotions. Under their influence, you deliberately
It's been a long
inflicted
time
pain
since I
on
bought.
other
Well, I
people.
guess not too long.
Meanwhile, the person
But it's been a
you are
minute
now
since I bought an
is
actual
so
newspaper.
lost that you aren't even aware of the pain you're bringing to others. This diagnosis is going to sound harsh, but I'm afraid it's accurate. You've simply gone from one extreme to another. You say you've reached perfection, but you're just as dysfunctional now as where you started.
You. How
Yeah,
entertaining.
like all,
Still,
like anything
there's no need
I
for me
read
to
is
argue
usually
back. You have failed to provoke
digital.
me. I will forgive you for this offense, because I know my present perfection to be a fact. I have direct and incontrovertible evidence. You once told me that nightmares are the result of a buildup of negative emotions. Ever since I acquired my present abilities, I never had another nightmare again. Clearly, that proves that all of my negative emotions have been definitively eradicated.
I'm afraid not. Look where we are right now. We're inside your nightmare.
What?
No wonder! Paimon knew something was up the moment we arrived!
The enemies that we encountered were manifestations of his negative emotions. That can only happen in a nightmare.
No, that can't be.
That entity claimed it could remove your negative emotions. But all it did was separate them and store them deep in your subconscious, beyond your reach. There they were left to fester. Your situation is far worse than that of the other victims. It has deceived you at a much deeper level. You can't even perceive that at this very moment, you're in the middle of a nightmare.
How laughable. Fear? No. There is no fear left in me. This is all just a terrible joke. This is no dream.
Okay, he's a little psycho.
Something's appeared behind him.
So, my arch-nemesis has seen through my trickery. Clearly, you came prepared. The emotional cocoon I'd wrapped him in was all but impenetrable. Yet still, you managed to tear it down.
So it is you. Just as I thought.
What is that?
A nightmare monster. A fearsome yokai that was once the bane of Inazuma. We Yumekui Baku eat the nightmares of humans, while they called those nightmares their home. So we were natural enemies. When I heard the Traveler recount that strange dream, I knew that this was a possibility. But it's still a shock to see one of our long-lost arch-enemies in the flesh. They were supposed to have gone extinct long ago.
Then allow me to formally introduce myself. My name is Kurayume, and I am the last of my kind.
Kurayume. That's a name I haven't heard in a long, long time. How have you survived all these years?
Likewise, Yumenazuki is a name that takes me back to a different age. Although I must say, we may be born enemies, but I have never felt any great animosity toward you personally. Ultimately, the fall of the nightmare monsters was the fault of our hosts. Humans are such fragile creatures. But now, I have found a way to revive my kind, and you are too late to stop me.
Oh no! We've got to catch up to him!
happening? Paimon's feeling dizzy all of a sudden.
That's the feeling of rejection. It's so strong. Quick! After him!
There he is! Right there! Whoa! What happened to all the paths?
He's repressing his emotions even harder.
Oops.
Turn that frown upside down.
What?
Time to relax.
Okay, okay. I thought it was gonna get squished.
There! He's got nowhere left to run! Whoa! What's happening to the ground?
Watch out! I used my powers to cushion our fall. Is everyone all right?
Don't worry, we've fallen from bigger heights before. The bigger issue here is that he got away and we were so close! Ugh.
We've been completely cut off. That creature has taken complete control of his consciousness. We'll never catch him.
Would it be easier if we wake up now and go catch him in the real world? If this is his nightmare, he must be asleep somewhere, right?
Remember the fragrance we smelled on our way in? That's how the monster lures people into the dream state. Now we're inside. We can't get out unless we manage to defeat him in his true form. He's turned Emarachuya's nightmare into his lair. There's only one way to force him into the open, and that's by finding a way to eat this nightmare.
Eat this nightmare? But is that even possible?
Not only is it possible, Paimon, it's quite literally my job.
Oh, Paimon knows that. It's just... We all saw what happened to Murasaki and Shion, and this nightmare is super intense. Paimon's worried this won't turn out well.
This monster has harmed too many people. We have to stop it. It's okay. I knew what I was getting into. Let's get moving. We may not have caught him, but our chase wasn't in vain. He led us deep inside his dream. We should now be at the subconscious layer that makes up its core.
It's so dark.
That's what happens if you leave your negative emotions to fester. There must be a lot of emotional fragments in this place. We need to follow them one by one until we reach our destination.
Wait, but what is our destination?
Where the light is.
Why would it be at the light?
If I say it's your fault, it's your fault! Do you understand me? You shouldn't go running around with that stupid thing in your hand. Do you want to go hungry tonight?
Ugh. The atmosphere here is so... oppressive. Is it anger or fear?
Be careful. Every time we draw near to one of these fragments, we'll experience the underlying emotion on a visceral level.
You, a writer? Didn't they reject you already? Get rid of this trash! Go find a real job!
Aw. Poor guy. Paimon feels so bad for him.
We shouldn't stay here. Let's keep moving.
Oh, so it's different points we're going to... Am I touching them or no? I guess.
Ha ha! I won! Another round? That guy? He never joins in with anything. Why should we go out of our way to invite him? Let's keep playing. Ignore him.
Wow. That's so sad.
Nope. Not here either.
Look! There's the light!
Okay.
What is this place?
It's his sorrow. Yes, sheer, overwhelming sorrow. Human emotions exist in a delicate balance. When that balance is lost, negative emotions spiral out of control and go on to fuel nightmares. By isolating these negative emotions and allowing them to fester, that monster has completely destroyed his emotional balance. That's why he was able to create such a powerful nightmare. If we want to restore balance, we have to dispose of the excess negative emotion.
Oh, so that's what you mean when you talk about eating nightmares.
Well done, Paimon. Very clever.
Aw. Alright, what's the next step?
I need to find a way to separate the negative emotions out. For that, I need a special medium. Sorrow might just do the job. As long as it's kept in check, it can calm the waves of emotions and help him regain some measure of control.
Let it out, Chuya. Let the tears flow. You'll feel better after a good cry.
This process will untangle his unbridled fear and anger, his unresolved resentment, and his unshakable despair. These excess emotions will be separated out from the rest. They are the source of this nightmare.
Mizuki!
It's all right. It's an unpleasant flavor, but I've tasted it thousands of times. A good cry can work wonders. Even though he seems beyond helping, I think he should be able to take another step out from the swamp of despair now.
Are you ready to come out now, Chuya? I'll be waiting for you right here, son. I'd love to listen to more of your stories whenever you're ready.
Creepy. I thought he was gonna come out as an adult. I guess not.
All right. There goes that nightmare. Hopefully this marks the beginning of a sweeter dream.
Amazing! Suddenly, Paimon feels so relaxed and maybe even happy?
I thought I had found the perfect host, but you found the one weakness in his emotional armor.
Ah! He's back again!
Freeing a single host from my clutches changes nothing! You cannot stop me! I told you you are too late!
What is this place?
I can't believe it. He's brought us to the borderland.
Borderland?
To put it simply, it's a dream within a dream. A space hidden deep within the collective Inazuman subconscious. A dream that can exist even without a host. This must be how that monster managed to survive the extinction of his kind.
But I remember having them.
He hid here.
Mizuki, that eye.
He's trying to turn this place into a nightmare so he'll be more at home. And he's creating copies of himself. This place is connected to the dreams of every human in the nation. From here, he can place a copy of himself in every dream. If he succeeds, then he'll have effectively revived his kind already.
Then we know what we need to do. We gotta take this guy down. Do we think a sword will do the job?
Maybe, if we can get close enough to reach his core. But he's brought the nightmares of all his victims here, and that gives him an immense amount of power. Dealing with this many in one go is going to take a different approach. We need a power to rival his nightmares. The power of sweet dreams.
Sweet dreams? Where are we gonna find those?
Lost mines. There should be some around here, and some of them will have come from sweet dreams originally. Come on, follow me. Careful. We've got to move quietly. The nightmare monster has usurped control here. We need to stay out of his sight.
Of course. So you can walk on some, you can't walk on others. Okay, cool. How do I get across there?
This shall not be my fate.
Thanks. Of course, it's not that simple. Oh.
Born of ice and frost.
Stabilize.
Turn that frown upside down.
Oh. She's kind of powerful.
Chasing Tanuki through the woods, and climbing trees to hunt for Oni Kabuto. Thank you for lending us your happiness.
I was still processing about my mom passed away. Yeah, I can relate on that. Pretty sure I told you about my dad passing, didn't I? He passed away 6 months ago. So... shoot. Yeah, he passed away in August last year. Maybe I didn't tell you. That's how you get across.
Time to relax.
She died in September.
Fireworks fly
Yeah,
up
sorry to
into
hear
the
that, dude.
sky, and writing wishes on a prayer plaque.
Yeah, but
Thank you for sharing your passion.
sometimes it's tough. Like the first holidays were pretty
All
tough.
right, we've gathered enough power to proceed. Time to face him head on.
And
The core should be just up
I mean,
ahead.
some days,
This will be a tough fight.
most days are okay now.
Why?
but
Are these
occasionally,
sweet dreams not sweet?
occasionally, you know,
I just
memories or
wish we
something
could have
creeps
gathered
up.
some more. But these are all we could find in
I
the
can
immediate
relate.
vicinity. Which means we're running out of time. Our chances of success are shrinking by the minute. We have to act now.
No problem. We're ready to go.
Hopefully I'll be okay in here. I will be right back. You mind telling you what happened? I'll tell you when I get back. I need a break, so I'll be right back.
If you ever feel down, just drop everything and go out for some fresh air.
Now can you hear me? I might actually pull over. I don't know. But, yeah, he passed away on August 6th. He had cancer, and he'd been battling that since 2019. And he was okay on that Monday, and then that Tuesday he was breathing really weird, and I'd come over for dinner, and yeah, he wasn't awake, and I got home like at 5, or came over around 5, and by 7 o'clock he was gone, just like that. I guess he went peacefully in his sleep, so that's what happened.
Sweet dreams!
Yeah, it was really tough, like the first couple months. Ah, shoot. I'm gonna die. Speaking of dying. But yeah, the first couple months were really tough. It was... Oh, man. But, yeah. How am I supposed to... Can I ask what happened to your mom? She had cardiac arrest. That's what the certificate said of my dad. So... How... They said... That's what the certificate said. So I guess that's what happened. How am I supposed to get across? I don't understand.
The alacrity with which you walk into my trap surprises me. Do you not realize why I lured you here? Because this is my world where I rule.
Not yet, it isn't. Now, use the power of the good dreams.
I must confess, I am somewhat confused. Both of us bring happiness to humans now. Why must you still treat me as your enemy?
Because the happiness you provide is a lie. All you do is make them forget their negative emotions exist. And now they're living under the illusion that they're gone for good. All the while, these repressed feelings continue to fester in their subconscious, eventually becoming nightmares intense enough to become your home. Your kind has always thrived by magnifying your host's negative emotions for your own gain. What you're doing now is no different from what you've always done.
Incorrect. This time, I shall change the fate of my entire mind. When a human becomes dominated by their negative emotions, they lose their ability to survive. That is how my king died out. But I can give them a fantasy instead, turning them into the perfect hosts, capable of surviving no matter how dire the situation in their subconscious gets.
That shit, fluid leaking out of her legs for a while.
To a revival. My king
Biting
shall
like
rise
bugs
again.
after. Ooh, that doesn't sound good.
You do realize what that means, don't you? You've gone
Was
from
that kind
one
of like a
extreme
precursor to it then?
There is nothing you can say that I do not already know. For over all the years that your kind has been learning about the human mind, I have been hiding here, watching and learning from the fruits of your labor. But I'm afraid I could not care less for the moral burdens that you impose upon yourselves. The health of the human psyche is a precisely
My dad tried to get her in the bed and she collapsed.
Now here is a
That's not good.
worth thinking about. If we allow the humans themselves to decide which of us would they really choose, you or me? Do you see now? I won this battle long before you ever set foot inside this tree.
What's going on?
He's growing stronger.
but we've exhausted the power of the sweet dreams already. Even if we could find more sweet dreams now, it still wouldn't be enough.
If you accept that negative emotions are an immutable presence in the human mind, then you must also know that such emotions include apathy and sloth. Without the Yumeki Baku there to hold their hand and walk them through dream regulation therapy, do you honestly think that anyone would ever be inclined to embrace their negative emotions? No, they would sooner run from reality to forget all about their troubles and live inside an illusion.
But the whole reason I wanted to become a psychologist.
They missed CPR, got her breathing again after no pulse, and alive enough to take her to hospital. Like 2 weeks later, she died in the ICU. Oh, dang. Sorry to hear that.
Traveler.
My dad was gone when the EMT came.
These feelings. So that's how they should taste.
So
Longing. Caused by separation.
she was in his favorite chair.
So bitter. And yet the experience led to a whole new
Mom had been sitting there right, like she was like
keep pressing on.
2 or 3 feet from him, and her chair
await.
that's right beside him.
Despair. Caused by failure.
Just
icy cold.
he went quietly.
And yet in
so.
conquering this despair, you gained the courage to face the lightning. Regret. Caused by missed opportunity. A harsh aftertaste. And yet it's only through that loss that we can learn to appreciate everything we have. And after all these flavors comes sweetness, passion, and refreshed hope. So that's why I was able to taste a sweet dream at our first meeting. Long before you ever met me. You'd already gained the courage to never avoid or run away from your feelings. And all your nightmares had become the fuel for sweeter dreams. The power that you have gained by processing everything from your long journey is surely far stronger than any power wielded by that creature. The whole reason I wanted to become a psychologist was to try and help people become someone like you.
But my mom was in the bed moving, but not responding because of brain damage after the cardiac arrest. Dang.
Here!
It's you!
Your dream is so powerful!
Traveler, give him all you've got!
Lightning flash! Following thunder!
Just mostly fidgeting. Damn.
Take this! Thunderclap!
Impossible! With just one person's dream? But how? I have been planning this for so long!
Once the false dream he created has been destroyed, I can make sure all his victims make a full recovery. I don't think I ever would have been able to do this without your help.
Don't mention it!
You shall join my ancestors in death! You and my failure of a host!
What? He's still not dead? Wait, does anyone else hear water? Where is that coming from?
Maybe he made his host build some kind of device in the underwater cave. Once he realized we were onto him, he decided to sacrifice his host.
Just buried down the street from our house and
in the real
at a
world,
funeral
too?
home.
We got to wake up.
Dad wanted to be cremated,
Pinch ourselves?
so we have him in an urn now.
This should be high enough. Traveler, Paimon, jump.
Huh?
If you're afraid, then just take my hand and close your eyes. Yes, just like the last time.
Hold on tight. The Yomekui Baku are getting to work.
It definitely was not cheap. Definitely not cheap. Such a weird quest. I mean, I like how colorful it is, but it's weird. Mom's room is next to mine. Like closet to closet close. And
It's finally over.
hard not hearing their
It's a
noise
good thing I had the
Yeah.
foresight to ask them for help, or I'd be the one dying from indigestion tonight. They were very delicious. Traveler, could I pick your brain with another question? What do you think humans tend to have more of? Happy dreams or bad ones? If only that were true. Most people struggle to deal with their negative emotions. They bottle them up inside until they've festered and turned into nightmares. As a result, humans have far more bad dreams than good ones. And most happy dreams are short and
Both
fleeting.
of the rooms.
They are so rare that it's
on the
basically
front of the house,
impossible
but
for them to be
opposite
shared
sides.
with others.
It's like across from
Heck,
each other
there are
then.
even people out there who only have the mind space to have happy dreams after they've given us their bad ones. Which is all to say that the dreams we get to taste are usually bad ones. No
Okay.
matter how hard we try, we can't seem to change this state of affairs. I once believed the only reason we Yumekui Baku existed was to serve as a disposal method for nightmares. It's a fate that we cannot escape, no matter how many dreams we eat or how many years pass by. Even though I call myself a clinical psychologist, I also have dark thoughts
How's your dad
sometimes.
doing then?
I suppose that's the only problem I have. Still, after learning the principles of psychology, I came up with a new way to look at all of this. If we can use psychotherapy to help people come to terms with their emotions, they'll gain the ability to deal with their nightmares on their own.
He's
So they'll
doing
no
okay?
longer
That's
need to
good.
call upon us for assistance.
I'm sure it's tough for him
That
too
way,
still, but
more and more people can free up their minds for truly happy dreams, until there'll be enough to share around.
probably like us, have okay days, bad days, semi-okay
A naive
days.
one, more like. Even though I've
present
run this
took
business
hard
for
because
quite a
work
long
from
time
home.
now,
Ah, okay.
it still hasn't come true. Not even once. So I must thank you. Because after meeting you, I finally became sure that my wish is achievable. And knowing that is all the treatment I need against the dark thoughts
He's doing
I
better now.
sometimes
That's
have.
good. Yeah, as time goes by, I mean, you don't forget them, but you learn to deal with it.
Just watching the Baku
I
eat
guess.
the nightmares.
I don't know how else to put
full
it.
and started rolling around on their tummies. It was so cute. Anyway, that's why Paimon fell behind. Got a little distracted watching them. Oh, and speaking of Baku, we were gonna book another appointment with you, weren't we? Remember? Before we got caught up in all those nightmare shenanigans?
It's a little late for that now. Ask
Yeah,
me again
definitely
tomorrow.
calms down.
Still, the night is young. Want to stay here and watch the moon with me for a little longer?
Huh?
We're still waiting to go west.
The moon sure is beautiful tonight.
Just don't go to my mom's room much because I can still vision her on the floor. Yeah. Yeah, it's triggers. Triggers come in weird ways. Ooh, that would be tough.
Hello! Please come register over here!
What's
would
going
be tough.
on? Why are there so many guests? Had I known, I'd have definitely turned some of them back.
Oh, it looks like business is booming with Amura Ichigensai out of the picture. And it's good to see that Murasaki and Shion are well on the road to recovery.
Morning, you two. Want to make an appointment?
Yes, please. For today, if possible.
Then I better get you another VIP pass. You're our most important customers, after all.
Awesome! In that case, very important Paimon would like to start with the fine dining this time.
Oh my. Imagine if you'd taken my advice and sold your shares the other day. It could have cost you dearly now that business is booming again. I hope you're not too upset with me, old friend.
Why would I be upset?
Yeah, that
It's
definitely
not
would have
as if
made
I
it
ever
tougher
took
for
your
him.
suggestion seriously.
Oh, I've missed that way with words. So affectionate.
Would it kill you to not sneak up on people every darn time?
Morning, little ones. Did you enjoy the scenery last night? Hardly. That tree was directly beneath the Grand Narukami Shrine. What was I supposed to do? Move the entire shrine to give you some privacy?
Is there a reason you're here, Lady Guji?
Mostly because I felt like a walk. But I do have a message from the Tenryo Commission to pass on as it happens. The gentleman who your fellow Yumeku Ibaku fished out of the water last night is no longer in a critical
Hopefully,
condition.
yeah.
Also, his
I think we
mind
will.
seems to have regressed to that of a young child.
It could have been worse,
I'm
I
pretty sure we
suppose.
will.
Lady Guji, I owe you my thanks. Without your help, things might have gone a lot less smoothly yesterday. Come on, Miko. You've always been worse than me at keeping secrets. I admit that I feel inferior around you, and have an urge to
I
prove
believe we
myself.
will.
How could I not?
in some form
But
or
maybe
fashion.
these feelings are what have driven me to take this business as far as I have. My sense of inferiority keeps my ego in check, and my desire to prove myself gives me the strength to persevere. I'm able to accept these parts of me for what they are.
I think they are.
There's no need for you to tiptoe around them.
Yeah.
Oh, you could have told me sooner. The poor traveler here has been doing all my running around for me.
True. But then again, without the traveler's help, you'd have been placed in a difficult position. Emperor Ichigensai had amassed a huge following. For the Guji of the Grand Narukami Shrine to publicly go against him would have been a dangerous move. An angry mob of zealots could have done some serious damage to the shrine's reputation. Much safer for the Guji not to get personally involved. It was the right decision.
While that's all true, my main concern was that I didn't want to upset an old friend. Otherwise, I could have taken a much more direct approach.
Miko.
I always seem to forget that you're more cunning and less adorable than you look. Seems like my worries about upsetting you were unfounded.
It's not that I don't get upset. Everyone has their fair share of troubles, but every sorrow has its cure. Here's your new VIP pass. Please take good care of it.
Very true.
Could we go over your past experiences when you have a moment? There's a lot of gaps in your medical history I need to fill in.
Oh, hello, little one. It's been a while since you last came to seek your fortune at the shrine.
So is that it? Ah, okay.
Ugh, we've got to turn some of them back.
She has such a weird voice.
So sorry. I'm still registering the last customer.
Any hidden chest? Doesn't look like it. Ah, so I can come back. Okay, wasn't open before. Cool. Experience the glamour of Natlan. Interesting. But this is an Inazuma. I don't get it. Okay, whatever. Discount, blah blah blah, yada yada. Alrighty, so where's that get me? Hmm. 2 weeks. Dang. Alrighty. Well, got that quest done. There we that's weird. Okay. I guess I said a verbal command that triggered my PlayStation?
Something you wish to
That's
report?
weird.
Go on. You have my undivided attention.
Alright. Well, I think this is where I'm gonna call it a night. Gonna go chill. Thanks for stopping by, Arkham. It's good to talk to you again. I'm sure I'll be back at some point. If not, I'll see you around in other streams. And hope you have a good night. I'll catch you guys later. You guys have a good one. Bye for now.